what I've learned in my life is that good ideas are like slippery fish. If you don't gaff them with a pen, they go downstream pretty quickly on you. And so I really encourage the viewers and participants at this summit to take good notes. Once you take good notes, the key to everything is taking action. I have been an entrepreneur and business builder for many decades. And for the last 3 decades, I've been sharing business building ideas with entrepreneurs, business owners, sales managers, and salespeople all over the world. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is too few people take action. It doesn't matter how good my material is, and it doesn't matter how good of a speaker I am. The only thing that matters is you taking action. And so I'm going to load you up with a lot of good ideas, a lot of good action items. But again, the key to success is individual personal action. So here's the format. What I will do is I'm going to focus on 5 topics to get things started. But when Daniel and I talked about me participating in the summit, and I said, you know, we're in unusual times of this pandemic. What are the questions of the people attending the summit? Can you give me a flavor for that? Well, he reached out to you and he said, what do you have as questions for Jack? And what he sent me were about 16 questions that I could address that would really hit on the hot buttons of the people attending. And so once I finish with this small presentation, then I'm going to take each of those questions and give you my best shot at answers. That's the way the format will go. So here's the first of 5 things. I call it starting with the basics. When people ask me how to sell, I tell them it's only comes down to 4 words. Ask questions and listen. Ask questions and listen is the shortest course on sales that could be taught and learned. But so many of us are comfortable in selling. Daniel said when he first met me, he wasn't comfortable. But so many people get into sales because they're good on their feet. They like interacting with people, and they go out into the marketplace and they show up and throw up. For example, if I were selling the pen, let me tell you, that is not going to work. People do not want to be sold. And so none of us that's at the summit enjoys when a salesperson is trying to sell us something. So my best advice when it comes to selling is this: quit selling. Quit selling. It doesn't work and no one likes it. Well, a salesperson then says, well, what am I supposed to do if I'm not supposed to sell? Here it is. It's a subtle change, but it's a very important one. Help them to buy. The subtle difference between selling somebody something and helping them to buy is profound. That's where it's effective. You see, I don't want to come up to Daniel Marcos and say, I want to sell you this pen. It's a blue felt tip pen. It's relatively inexpensive. And I start showing up and throwing up and telling them all about the pen. The better way to sell the pen would be to ask Daniel, do you use a pen in your business? What is it that you look for in a pen in your business? What else do you look for in a pen in your business? You see, one of the things that I'm explaining right now is this: the person who asks the questions is in control. But so many salespeople think they need to manipulate and control and push the customer in our direction. And what I say is the very best salespeople are not interested in that. They're not selling to somebody if they don't need it. So here is what we want you to do when we're asking questions. We want you to identify needs of your customer, opportunities on how you can help them, solving their problems. In fact, let me give you one I think is really, really important. How about this? Help them with their pains. For the most part, when people buy and they buy from people, they're trying to do one of two things: get out of the place they're in, which is painful, or put themselves in a better position, what I'll call pleasure. And those are both emotional type sales. But the only way that I can help you with your pain or get you into a place of pleasure is by figuring out where your needs, opportunities, and problems are. And the only way I can figure that out is by asking questions.